perfection. And we as online entrepreneurs and folks that are putting ourselves out there are struggling to achieve a goal that in many times is sold to us from marketers and from our peers who are naturally trying to do something great. And it's similar to the models online, or on magazines, I should say. These models, they're put on the cover, they're airbrushed, they're incredibly skinny, they're doing artificial things to make themselves that way to begin with, and then women are sold that vision that they need to be that stick skinny with no imperfections, and here's the product to help you do it, and all of these things collide into something that ultimately pushes women's sense of self down. And we as online entrepreneurs and content creators and educators, we are all that same mentality. We're trying to put ourselves out there, but people are telling us that we need to do it better, we need to be perfect, we need to use this tool, we need to have this approach, we need to have this template, we need to use all of these secret methods. And at the end of the day, I want to just shatter that. I think that imperfection is what you should strive for. I think action is what you should strive for. I think folks like Chris Brogan are great examples. If you don't know Chris Brogan, go to chrisbrogan.com, go to humanbusinessworks.com, or just Google his name and you'll see. Here's a guy who started out where he was doing it when it was called journaling, and you can find some legacy posts of his that were just random thoughts. He came from a very different background than what he does today. But what's interesting is he didn't get caught up in perfection. He didn't try to make the perfect video or the perfect sales page or the perfect blog post. He just consistently did something that was him. And in fact, he's really a guy who puts himself out there all the time in ways that are completely imperfect, and everyone relates to that. And I strive to be that way. I strive to overcome that idea that I have to make my video course perfect. My sales page needs to be perfect. The graphics need to be perfect. All of these things that we always want to be better and better and better at, which is admirable and it's the goal. But at the same time, I think we need to reframe it into doing something that means something. As long as the content and the core message means something to you, then it will mean something to someone else and it will resonate. They're not going to gravitate to your message because you had a better background, because you used a green screen, because the lighting was perfect in your video, or because the blog post that you created was grammatically perfect or had the best examples possible. What they care about is that you show up, you put your heart and soul into what you do, and you bring that passion to the forefront of everything that you do and communicate with them online. And so your goal is simply that. It's to be imperfect, it's to put yourself out there and to infuse your passion into your content so that people trust and come to look forward to the content that you put out, and they don't have to feel like it's an immeasurable goal to live up to. Your goal should be to empower those folks who come to you for information and guidance so that they know that they can do it. And if we can all do that each and every day in what we create, I'm telling you, there's enough to go around. We don't have to build false scarcity into the things that we do. We need to support each other, and by doing that, other people will come into the fold, and it's just like a graduating class. You know, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger as more and more graduates come in, but our circles just, they help grow and build each other. And you have that inside of you. So don't try to be perfect. Try to just be you and pull that passion and just put it into everything you do. So go out there and just be yourself.